Hi everybody, Norman Van Aken here, and this is the Treasure Book series. Almost all the time it's a cookbook treasure book, and that is the case today. This book is called A Taste of the Far East by Madhur Jaffrey. Now, Madhur Jaffrey first came to cookbook fame with her books on Indian cooking. She's from India. But she is a person of immense intelligence, intellect, curiosity, charm, and poise. The first time I met her in person was at the James Beard Awards. And it was the afternoon before the awards when everybody was asked who was going to be on stage to come to a practice session, a rehearsal session. And it just so happened that my 5-minute time slot or 10-minute slot was right after hers. And I gotta tell you, I had never met her before, and I was a little bit starstruck because I knew what extraordinary books she had written, and so many of them. And what an accomplished person. But that day, consummate pro, she nailed her presentation, and then as she stepped off the stage, there was kind of some lighting which kind of made us all a little blind. But then she said, "Oh, hi, are you Norman? I've been hearing about your work." And I was like, wow, amazing. I did meet her again later, and appropriately at an airport, because she seems to be always going places. A little short bio info. Madhur Jaffrey was born in Delhi. She is one of the world's outstanding cookbook writers and a well-known actress. The many award-winning films in which she has starred include Shakespeare Walla, for which she won the Best Actress Award at the Berlin International Film Festival. That's great accomplishment. This is a signed book, and I can see that she signed it for me in 1993 in Phoenix, and this book came out in 1993, and this is a first edition. Take a look at this, the table of contents right here. I'll spin it around. I want you to look at it, and feel free to take a snap if you like, but look at the geographical expanse of what she's taking on. I mean, India in and of itself is countless chapters, countless recipes, but here she travels to all of these places and some amazing places for cuisine. And so let's take a look. What do we got next? What do we got marked next? Oh, the introduction. I have to share this with you. This was my handwriting from back when, I don't know what. And from her introduction: fish poached with tomatoes, coconut milk, and Swiss chard from the Philippines, grilled fish smothered with a dressing of crushed sesame seeds, soy sauce and vinegar from Korea, and raw oysters served with a chili radish dip from Japan. These are some of the recipes that await you in the following pages. Now she gets into this. Why do people eat what they eat? Why do nations eat what they eat? There must be a hidden logic in there somewhere, some convoluted mathematical formula. Perhaps if one fed into one's computer all the known facts about a country, its history, geography, trade relations, intermarriages, royal divorces, national products, invasions, even the size of its teacups, one might be able to get a printout of its culinary practices. But there are just so many unknowns. Perhaps a careless or greedy customs inspector let in some forbidden fruit or some forbidden seeds. So far, it still takes a human being to tramp around and get the information. And she does some serious tramping. This book starts off with Thailand, beautiful maps, beautiful location photography. In talking about her tramping around Thailand, she says, "I take a walk through the markets of Khon Kaen, a good-sized city that reminds me, strangely, of the American Wild West. I smell roasting meat. Charcoal grills are set up along the sidewalk, loaded with whole marinated chickens split open along the back, beef sausages made with the addition of a little liver, rice, and garlic." I I love the fact that she's in faraway Thailand and it strikes her reminiscent of the American West. Look at this photo right here. Remember, this is back in 1993. This is a long time before the great Tony Bourdain was tramping around the world and showing us these things. This is a woman, you can read the caption right here if you like, but she's selling noodles out of this canoe-like thing. She's making her business by feeding people who are probably working along a river or something like that. And I mean, I love the industry of it, the all-out, you know, hustle of cooks around the world. Vietnam. When I first met Tony, I don't know if it was the first 10 minutes, but soon thereafter, where he said, "Have you been to Vietnam?" Oh man, you haven't? You have to go. Greatest country I've ever been to. And with Tony telling you something like that, it's certainly impressive. Where are we here? I think we're in China. No, we're still in Vietnam. From the Chinese, the Vietnamese acquired the use of chopsticks and soup bowls. They learned how to drink tea in little handleless cups from teapots kept cozied in padded baskets, and how to eat egg noodles and live with Confucian values. From the French, who had virtually taken over the country by the late 16th century, they learned how to make sausages out of meat and fish, to make variations of pâté, to make crab and asparagus soup, and enjoy French breads, croissants, and butter. She talks about a person she'd met who, to this day, having her rice with fish sauce and butter. So butter did not exist in this cuisine until the French took over. And that's the nature of cuisine. I mean, whether it's through, like what she said in her introduction, it's so true. I mean, the fusion cuisine that some people are mad at me for saying or coming up with that term, and some people aren't. It comes about because of the vicissitudes of change that happens through these volcanic things that occur in the history of the world. And it could be something as global and awful and horrible as war, or it can be something as beautiful and human as marriage. This photo struck me right here. All but for parts of it, I felt like it took me back to being in Key West and looking at the boats out on the water and thinking about how much that affects the cuisine as well. I think I have one more. No, that's it. That's it for this. I'm lucky. I am lucky. I know that. To get to meet a person like Madhur Jaffrey and to thank her for her contributions to the world of cuisine, to cookbooks, and to enlightening us. This book, I swear, some people might think I work for the company, and I don't, but I found thrift books not long ago, maybe 2 years now, and I saw that this book with all these photos and all this knowledge and all of these recipes could be had for $8. You can't go out and get a glass of wine for $8 anymore. So I would raise a glass of wine right now to her if I could. And that's it for this treasure book. I'm Norman Van Aken, and I'll talk to you again soon.